Submissiveness, it's the Greek word hupotasso, and it means obedience in recognition of an ordered structure. Very important definition. Obedience in recognition of an ordered structure. I say this in premarital counseling to couples all the time, or marriage counseling, that Ephesians 5, husbands, love your wives so Christ loved the church. Wives, submit to your husbands. Both husband and wife are playing their God-given role in the home in recognition of an ordered structure, in recognition of something God has designed in a way that he has designed it. We do the same thing in the church, in the household of God. So submissiveness is obedience ultimately to God. So to be frank, if we have problems with a text like this, you individually, you need to take it up with God. Look into the text, see what it says, read scholars and comment, do your homework. I revisited this week those who argue at all different sides of the issue. The counter argument to what I am preaching here is that there's a read between the lines kind of hermeneutic, where there was something going on in Ephesus that the women in that Ephesian church were specifically domineering over the men, so he had to write this just to the church at Ephesus, but it doesn't apply to the church in all places. There's so many linguistic problems with that in the text. Number one, he says in every place in verse 8. Number two, and this is where we get to our next two verses. Look what he says in verse 13. Right after he talks about verses 11 and 12, he goes to verse 13. For Adam was formed first, then Eve. If this is tethered to first century Ephesian culture, why would he ground his instruction in the created order? You have to answer that question if you're going to understand this text. Why would verse 13 exist? For Adam was created first and then Eve. He's not appealing to Ephesian culture. He's appealing to Genesis 1 and 2, right? So contextually linked, historically linked. It's written to a historical context. It's not simply written for that historical context. So I think the sound interpretation here is this is written for all of God's people in all of God's place, right? This is how the household, chapter 3, verse 14 and 15, ought to operate, right?